Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on, guys? It's Filthy and I'm back with another video. This is the Season 19 Demon Hunter Starter Guide. Now the season starts on the 22nd of November and the season is going to be the Season of Eternal Conflict. We get the Pandemonium buff for free, and what this does is it gives us extra damage whenever we kill things and extra move speed. We get a stack per kill and the stacks go up to 1000, at which point we get double damage and 50% move speed. Your stacks are refreshed by hitting things, albeit the stacks will drop off if you don't make a kill within a set period of time. I played it on PTR, it's a lot of fun, it's going to pair really well with the Demon Hunter and also really well with the starting set. Now in the Haedrig's bag you're going to get the UE set, which is absolutely amazing for the Demon Hunter. We gave DH second in terms of the fastest overall start, and also it got second in the strongest tier list as well. Very casual friendly. Now what this guide will cover, it will cover what to do with your Challenge Rift bag, give you some skills maybe to use whilst leveling, a plan at 70 to get you up to T16, GR70 and primals unlocked as soon as possible, and give you a build that will do GR100 as long as you put the time in, get the pieces right, maybe a couple of augments, that type of thing. But just for perspective guys, we cleared GR100 I think with under 800 Paragon last season with only about 20 hours worth of game time, so this is a really strong set and it should be even more juiced by the season theme. But this isn't a leveling guide, so if you do want that kind of thing, I've linked Rax's Season 19 guide in the description. That's fantastic, so go check it out and show him some love. Before we jump in guys, I just want to welcome anyone who's new to the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always guys, a thumbs up is appreciated. But to be honest, for this one you can do me a separate favour if you don't mind. If you're the kind of person who likes helping others out, the Level with a Cause is going to be running again for Season 19. This is some Diablo community members who play the absolute crap out of the game opening weekend, trying to raise money for charity. So this season it's going to be for Save the Children, so I will link you to the website, so if you do have any spare dosh and you can afford a donation, please go over there. It's a good cause. Show the guys some love, it's a lot of effort they put in, and let's just see if we can raise some dosh for some people who are less fortunate than ourselves. And a special shout out to Yarg who donated $50 the other day, absolutely awesome, thank you so much. Right, let's jump into the guide. The most important thing will be to save your Challenge Rift, so from Monday the 18th of November, don't do the Challenge Rift, wait until the 22nd and you've started a seasonal character. Once you've got your bag, you can open it, it's got tons of goodies inside, it will let you rank up your blacksmith to level 12, this will give you access to level 70 items so you can craft them, you can do the level requirement reroll trick on weapons to get crazy reduced level requirement, and we can also upgrade stuff in the cube. When it comes to spending your Challenge Rift bag, if you're playing solo, I would wait until level 31 because there are 4 different quivers that you can get in the loot pool. The first one is Sin Seekers. Rapid fire no longer has a channel cost and can go up to 300% extra damage. And that's very useful because you tend to have resource problems when leveling and this would sort those out. Now you can also get a Holy Point shot, which means Impale will throw 2 additional knives, so that's like a treble damage on Impale, which is really good. And then the other 2 options, you can get the Spine of Seething Hatred, so Chakram generates hatred. This is again really good for resource, and Chakram is your number 1 leveling skill normally as a Demon Hunter. And unfortunately the 4th one is completely worthless. It's a Fletcher's Pride and it carries no legendary affix, so 3 from 4 are pretty good. Obviously 2 have direct multipliers, so that's why I'd probably wait till then. Now if I did get a Holy Point shot, I would at this point craft a level 70 dagger and upgrade it. You've got a 50-50 chance of it being a Carle's Point. This would give you a multiplier on Impale and also return hatred, so that paired with the Holy Point shot will be really strong for leveling, and I would do that. Your other option that you can get is the Lord Greenstone's Fan. This is a huge damage increase for Fan of Knives, stacking up to 30 times is absolutely bonkers. Unfortunately the skill is on a cooldown, or you can remove the cooldown at some point, but it does cost quite a lot of resource, so it's not the best for leveling, but it's still fairly usable. But if you are going to group from the start, I would simply upgrade a dagger, because whichever one of these you get, you will then be the Rift Guardian killer or Elite killer, and the rest of your group can clear trash for you. And the reason I don't recommend upgrading the dagger at the start is because I did this last season, and to be honest, Chakram is much better skill for leveling than Impale, and I really didn't feel like it actually helped me out that much. Obviously if you do get the Holy Point shot, that can change things, so that's kind of why I do it. If you want a bit more explanation, I have done a Challenge Rift bag video for all the classes, so you can go check that out if you want. Now let's say you've got some shards left over, you can quit the game, create another level 1 Demon Hunter and go back and try and get Raps of Clarity. If you spent all of your blood shards on these, you'd have over 85% chance of getting them. They'll give you up to 50% damage reduction, which could be very handy at level 70 to extract them in the cube. Or another good item you can get on a level 1 Demon Hunter is a Hellcat Waistguard. This gives grenades a pretty big damage increase. Obviously you have to pick grenade skills, and there are 3 belts in the pool, so even if you did spend all of your shards on this at level 1, you've only got about a 50-50 chance of finding it. But realistically, they're your options for spending your materials. Now, if let's say you got a Fletcher's Pride out of your quiver and you completely missed it, I probably wouldn't go for the Dagger for Impale. I'd just gamble straight for a Yang's Recurve and try and get that for when I get to level 70 and get my 6-piece UE set. I probably wouldn't even extract it because it is so important to have on your character when you get your build filled out. But again, that's choice. If you can't wait, fine, you can stick it in the cube and it will help you out. But multi-shot is very thirsty on resource, so again, bear that in mind whilst you're leveling. Now in terms of skills, you're obviously going to build off the multipliers that you get from the items that you find or what you've managed to work out your challenge rift bag. Obviously you're going to want to get Vault on your bar with Tumble, just so you can get around the map as quickly as possible and try and get those chains together. Obviously being a ranged class Demon Hunter will have a fairly easy time of keeping up your Pandemonium buff, but you still want to help yourself as much as possible. Preparation Invigoration is another good one because this will give you extra discipline, which means more vaults, so that will improve your mobility quite a bit. And also Companion Back Companion will give you hatred and increase hatred per second, so again very useful for resource thirsty skills, and I'd be looking to get those ones on my bar really and mix them up with all the multipliers and obviously generators. But as I said earlier, Chakrams going to be your number 1 skill that you're going to use, and you get the pretty much best rune straight away, so get this on your bar, particularly if you don't have any other multipliers. Now when you get to level 70, there's a few things you can do very quickly to increase your power level. You can do a Rift and you will guaranteed get a Bane at the Powerful. This will give you 20% extra damage after killing an elite pack. You obviously won't get this ranked up to 25 probably for some time, but it's still nice to have in your back pocket. And also now new for 267 is the Legacy of Dreams has had its drop rate buffed considerably, so this should be the 2nd or 3rd gem that you find. I canvassed a lot of opinion, it was overwhelmingly 2nd or 3rd, it's only the odd person who didn't get it in that time frame. Now even at rank 10 this will offer about 500% in terms of extra damage and a 26% damage reduction. Now this is important because if you look at the 2-piece UE set, you get extra hatred and discipline. It's fine, there's nothing wrong with it, but a rank 10 Legacy of Dreams gem will mean that you can clear higher level content, higher torments, and the same for the 4-piece. 60% damage reduction is nice, but you're going to get 26% off your Legacy of Dreams anyway, and 60% increased damage for 8 seconds is nowhere near 500%, so again, Legacy of Dreams is better. Now obviously as soon as you get your 6-piece you want to chuck the UE set on, but what I'm getting at is you can use the Legacy of Dreams to have a much easier time completing your season journey, even if you just only get it up to say rank 10. Now one important thing about the 6-piece UE set is it works off how much discipline you have. You therefore want to get max discipline everywhere you can, so it rolls as a secondary on your chest piece, secondary roll on your bow, and also a secondary roll on your offhand, so you want to get it as 12 on all of those if you can. Now whilst you're using your Legacy of Dreams to get your 6-piece UE set, you can obviously fill your build out with legendary items that are craftable. So Reaper's Wraps, you can kill Melty at level 70 on any difficulty, he'll drop the plans for that. You could craft yourself a Sage's piece or any other legendary that you can find, craft, so just make sure you've got 13 to get the maximum bonus out of Legacy of Dreams. So at 70, in terms of resources, I'd be spending all of my DBs on 2-handed bows. I'm looking to upgrade to find a Yang's Recurve. It's obviously fundamental to a multi-shot build and you need to get it as soon as possible. After that, I'd move on to 1-handed crossbows to get a Dawn so that we can reduce the cooldown on Vengeance significantly. With the Dawn in the cube, you only need sheet CDR of 37% to have perma uptime on Vengeance. That helps out a ton with resource for multi-shot and will give us some toughness once we get this build completed. And what we're working towards here guys is a build that can do T16, GR speeds and GR push, and I'll link my guides to those in the description for you. Now whilst we're spending our DBs on those 2 weapons, we're going to be rolling shards like crazy trying to get the Dead Man's Legacy. This again gives us multiplicative damage and multi-shot and is really handy. And the only reason I'd spend shards on it is because it just is a much more efficient way of doing it. But by all means you could put this in as 2nd on your DB list if you wanted it ahead of the Dawn, and you certainly could move on to this 3rd from your DB upgrades. And then in terms of DBs, I'm then going to start spending them on rings because I'm looking for focus and restraint, which will do me really well for either pushing or for GR builds. So both very, very handy. You need both of them to complete the set, but you might also hit Zodiac, which would obviously be helpful if you're struggling to find a Dawn. If you find one of these naturally, it will help you out a lot. Convention of Elements will give you a load of damage, so one of those is really nice. And also guys, you can find yourself a puzzle ring. This would be handy because you can stick it in the cube and go and get a Boon of the Hoarder, which will give you a load of toughness at T16, provided you find yourself a gold wrap. And this is quite easy to pick up because, as we said earlier, you can roll a level 1 character again. There's only 3 belts in the pool, so you will get it very fast. And after that, DBs go on amulets. You're looking for a Squirts necklace or for a Flavour of Time. And obviously in the meantime, craft yourself a Hellfire, and that would help you out a lot as well. Then the last few items for shards would be braces, looking for either Nemesis braces for speeding or for Wraps of Clarity to help you with your push build. Again, these are gettable at level 1 and could go in the cube if you're struggling. And then lastly, a Visage of Goons would be great because Vengeance will gain the Dark Heart rune, which again will just help us out tremendously with toughness. So that was quite a lot of info, guys, but just to recap, we're going to go DBs 1 Yang's Recurve, 2 Dawn, 3 Deadman's Legacy, 4 going on rings looking for useful ones like Focus and Restraint, Zodiac, COE, Puzzle Ring, and 5 on amulets looking for Squirts or for Flavour of Time. And Blood Shard order is 1 Deadman's Legacy, 2 Gold Wrap provided you've got a Boon of the Hoarder, 3 remembering you can pick up Wraps of Clarity at level 1, 4 Visage of Goons, and 5 a level 70 Wraps of Clarity or a level 70 Nemesis braces. And after that, guys, I'd move on to spending on rings. And you're also going to have to start doing bounties fairly early because you want to find yourself a Ring of Royal Grandeur and also an Avarice Band. But you also, very important, need to find the Crimson's plans because these give us a load of extra damage and a load of toughness, because the Yang's Recurve rolls with resource cost reduction and it's absolutely huge for survivability. As I say, guys, I'll link you to my GR speed guide. I liked using Echoing Fury in the cube and the Zodiac for that one. Really did fly through GR80 very quickly. And then for pushing and higher speeds, it's probably Focus and Restraint with the Dawn in the cube. But as I say, the guides are there. So that's it, guys. Demon Hunter gets a very fast start. It's very easy to set up. You will be quite powerful pretty quickly, and you will be flying through content because you are just so mobile. And the build is really good for push, GR speed and bounties, so it's not particularly much of a headache to get the pieces that you need. So I hope you like the guide, guys. I wish you all the best for Season 19. I hope you get all the pieces you need very quickly. Say your prayers to RNGs this Thursday night, and let's do Season 19 as best as we can. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.